I built every single man up that I've ever been with, baby.
All right.
When they leave me, they're in a much better position than when they got with me, and that's a fact.
The very last man you was with, how long was that relationship?
3.5 years.
When you met him, was he a millionaire?
No.
When you left him, was he a millionaire?
No.
You ain't made nobody nothing.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFlair. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something good today, man. We got pretty much, man, a brother, man, shutting down a sister, man, who pretty much believes that she pretty much elevates every man that she dates. Now, the reason I'm even wanting to do a video on this is just because I just had a conversation with a few women who sat up here and said the exact same thing. Well, shit, I freaking, man, make sure every man that deals with me, man, they really gonna lose out on something good. They lose out on something good, man. I'm a plus, I'm an N1, I'm this, I'm that. You hear so many women, man, who get upset when they hear men pretty much say, hey, look, I'm gonna move on. They find the man end up finding a new girl. What do women say? Oh, that's a downgrade. Oh, he this, oh, he that. When you sit up here and you ask women, what do you bring to the table? What do most of the sisters say? Well, you know, me and my man, I'm gonna sit over here. I bring, you know, a support system. You know, we're gonna sit over here and make this money together. You know, we're gonna sit over here and elevate. You know, I'm gonna sit over here and be his support system where he's gonna be. I'm gonna be the reason he gets all this money and this, that, and the third. And this is like, man, you like it. It's just that modern way of thinking. Nobody's saying you can't sit over here and, you know, help your man make some money, but it's like, just be realistic with yourself. Be realistic with yourself. When women say that, man, they really don't bring anything to the table, right? That's the whole point of it. When women sit up here and say stuff like this, they really do not bring anything to the table. And it takes somebody to sit over here and set them straight and humble them for them to understand that. Show that you can elevate a man by staying with him. Right? That's the only way you can freaking show it. But once again, so many women sit up here and say, every man that I've dated, they're doing better or they're doing worse. They're doing better because I helped them out. They're doing worse because they left me. That's pretty much what it always boils down to. And like I said, you always look at it and it's like, why can't you keep a man though? You can sit over here and elevate every single man that you date. Right. And then even some of the men that you do date that don't do well, somehow, some way, hey, well, they're not doing well because you're not in their life anymore. I mean, people, make it make sense. And this is just a rhetoric that we always hear from a lot of your women. Let's jump into this video.
I built every single man up that I've ever been with, baby.
All right.
When they leave me, they're in a much better position than when they got with me, and that's a fact.
The very last man you was with, how long was that relationship?
3.5 years.
When you met him, was he a millionaire?
No.
When you left him, was he a millionaire?
No.
You ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of these women talk about what they could do for a man and how good they are. Y'all ain't made nobody nothing. A lot of y'all have an overinflated ego. You're not bringing nothing to the table but problems, attitude, and taint, tarnished, and zesty coochie.
I don't know.
So check your attitude. No, check your attitude.
And if y'all picked up on what she was about to say, right? She's saying, hey, look, I don't know what your experience is. This is the same thing that you always hear from your women all the time. Oh, it's your experience. Oh, I don't know what your experience. Once again, man, it's like, dude, look, the proof is always in the pudding. The proof is always in the pudding. When you just sit down and you just let women talk, they show the ass every single time. They show why they are in the positions that they are in every single time. So when once again you sit up here and you say, hey, well, you know what? Any man that I freaking deal with, hey, they're always elevating. My only question is, why aren't you ever with these men? That's the thing that you always have to ask these women. Well, why aren't you with them? Why aren't you with them? And it shuts their whole shit down every single time. Because once again, it's just all talk, no bark, and that's what you get from a lot of your modern women today. When you look at a lot of women on Kendra G, they sit over here and say, hey, well, you know, man, you know, when I sit over here and date a guy, what I bring to the table, man, you know, we're going to invest money, you know, man, we're going to sit over here, man, and do this, do that. I'm going to help this man elevate, man, to certain heights, man, that he never would have elevated to if he wasn't with me and this, and that, and third. The same stuff that you get every single time with nothing to show for it. Right? With nothing to show for it. When you look at Tia Mowry, right? We have today are this and that. The type of men that we have today, they're not very chivalrous. They're not this. Because once again, look at the type of women we have. Look at the type of woman you are. So when you sit up here and you say, hey, well, I can elevate, man. I bet you Tia Mowry believes she can sit over here and elevate every single man that she deals with, right? prime example because of her husband that she dealt with. Her husband, hey, nobody knew him, right? Nobody knew him. Everybody knew who Tia Mowry was and her sister, right? So essentially, she put her husband on. And guess what? Everybody's, hey, yo, clap it up, clap it up. But at the end of the day, look what Tia Mowry did to the relationship. Look what she did to the marriage. So once again, you can elevate the guy as much as you want. You can elevate the man as much as you want. But at the end of the day, what happened? Happened to him. The whole relationship is over. Now, guess what? The brother is moving on. He's out here doing something. He's doing something great. I believe he got himself a girlfriend. They saw each other on a red carpet or one of these little music awards. And guess what? He was like, I mean, hey, shoot, you know, as if we literally wasn't sitting over here eating each other, you know, just a couple of years ago. I'm gonna act like I barely even know you. But hey, once again, it's because of what this woman put him and her through.
Thank you so much. We love you, Tia.
So I bet you she's sitting over here saying, well, you know what? I'm the reason he's where he is today. And guess what? You are the reason why the marriage failed. So once again, man, guys, do not fall for the hype. Do not fall for the, oh, well, you know, I can elevate a man. I can do this. I can do that. That's really a red flag at the beginning of any relationship. If a woman sits over here and say, well, I can help you elevate. Well, I can do this. Well, I can do that. It's a red flag because once again, why didn't you do that with other men? Before we get out of here, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.